Today I'm super excited because we're diving into some new gear. I've got the Neewer NL660 LED light right here, and we'll be unboxing it together. Plus, we'll compare it to my trusty dusty Raleno light that I've gotten off of Amazon that I've been using for quite a while now. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's see what's inside of this box. So first up, let me open it up. Alright, we got a good bit of branding here. I'll take this out of the box. It's pretty heavy. So right out of the box, you have this carrying case with the Neewer brand right on the top. We're going to open this up. This is a really nice carrying case. So we're going to put this. So it looks like inside we have the user guide. Let me see, do they have any warranties in here? Not that I'm seeing, but they do give you a really good diagram of what you have inside. And then right here is the light itself. So we're gonna get this thing out of the case. Looking in, it looks like we have our power adapters, and then you have the cord. So we'll put the case off to the side. And go ahead and open the light. And here we have the light itself. So it's a pretty nice size. It looks like about the size of like an iPad mini. With the U bracket going all the way around it. We can see where we can attach the light stand that we've gotten with this light. We're going to look on the back side. So you have two compartments for external batteries that you would like to put on in case you want to take this on the go. You have our dials in order to dim or turn up the brightness for the lights. And we have a button, so this side is using just battery, and then this side is to turn it on when you have the power adapter. There is a small LED light, and then you have where you actually insert that power adapter. This is really sturdy. It has a really sturdy metal design, and it feels really premium, especially coming from my $40 Raleno light that we're going to talk about and compare this to later. Not only do you get the light and the power cable, you also get the light stand. This is everything you really need for a pretty solid setup, and I think that this was a very good upgrade from my $40 one. The Neewer NL660 does come at the price tag of $169. You do get two of these with two power supplies, two light stands, and also two carrying cases. So a really good way to get your setup well lit when you are shooting content. So opening up the light, this is their aluminum alloy barn door, and this barn door helps shape your light and prevents light spill. So I like that it's included into the frame of the light already, so you wouldn't have to go and get a softbox. There's a diffuser already on top of your little LEDs. So the 660 has 660 LEDs. 330 of them are warm white lights, and the other half is cool white. So you can adjust the temperature from 3200 to 5600, and the brightness is fully adjustable too. This light also has a high CRI. Now, CRI is just color rendering index, and that's just the measure of how accurately a light source can reproduce the color of objects compared to natural lighting. When shooting your content, you want your light source to not drown you out. You would want it to be as true to natural light. So I typically do shoot a lot of my videos indoors, and sometimes after work I'm recording my videos at night. So something like this will be very powerful and very nice to have to make those colors look super accurate. I can't wait to really set this up and turn it on. So the Neewer light came with the light stand. So we're gonna go ahead and set up this light source, and then we're gonna compare it to the Raleno light. So this stand goes up to 75 inches, which is about 6'2". It also compacts down to about 2.2 feet. So 2 feet 2 inches. So getting it right out of the box, you see the logo here. We're gonna go ahead and get this set up. This is what it looks like on the stand. So it's pretty much standing right about 5'4", or 5'3". I'm about 5'2.5". So this is not maximum height, but this is really, really sleek. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the power supply hooked up onto this thing and turn it on. So this is going to go right on the back side. I'm already seeing that I may not like that the power supply bank is going to kind of be levitating or weighing down if I go higher than this. But for now, I'm just going to put this on my bench and plug it in. Aha! So we are all set up right here. This is nice. Man, look at all of those LEDs. That's super crazy. Now let's bring in the Raleno light. So it's a bit different with 116 light beads and edge lit technology for softer lighting. And it's super portable with a built-in battery that lasts about 80 minutes. So getting this, I never took that off. So it's perfect for on-the-go shooting. So this is the light that I've been using for quite a while. This was $40 on Amazon, and this was my step up from my ring light that I had with like the RBG lighting. This gave me a crisper look on my videos, and I really like that. So you can adjust the brightness and you can adjust more of the color. So I do like that this light has a LED screen on it. So you can see your battery percentage and which color you're at. So you can go all the way up to 5600, just like the Neewer. And then you can adjust that brightness from 100% all the way down to 0%. Now, this I would say is something perfect for a beginner that wants to move from that ring light that doesn't give as much consistency as this would. And then the next step would be getting that Neewer. The only con that I had was that when I was charging it for those longer video filming sessions, it would either cut off or glitch where the light would start pulsing. And I noticed that when I was shooting something over 15 minutes. So making sure that this thing was charged at all times before filming was a must. So we're gonna look at now the colors and how they differ, see which one does better. I'm gonna set both of these lights up at the same height and angle them in the same way so we can kind of see the comparison if you were shooting some content. That's going to allow us to see which one may be better for you. I know for sure that the Raleno light did really well for me, but I wanted to upgrade to this one, so we're gonna see how much better it looks. that the Neewer light source is 2 to 3 times bigger than the Raleno light. So I'm definitely banking on this one showing a lot more features and lighting up the space a lot better. So I'm going to do 3 different tests. I'm going to do a brightness test, I'm going to do a color temperature test, and we're also going to do a low light test. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I have the light sources set up. They're at the same height, and I'm shooting on my iPhone 16 Pro Max, just in case you are a beginner and you're looking just for a better light source. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn each of them on independently, and we're gonna see which one looks better. Right now, I do have my window open. It's around sundown, so the sun is setting right now, but I also have my light source in my studio on as well. So we're gonna see how these two play out. So we're gonna go ahead and do a brightness test. We're gonna do 20%, 50%, and 100%, and we're gonna see which one looks the best. We are looking at, the features on my face, my background, to see how this looks. So let's go ahead and crank it up to 50%. But I think it's about time to go to the high point. I will be completely honest, I probably will never film in this brightness because it feels like there's a small sun at my eyes. Like, I really feel like I should have my sunshades on at this point. But let's go and see how the Raleno pans out. I set both of the light sources at about 4200 for the color temperature. So this is what we kind of have out. It does feel a lot darker. It really doesn't even feel like I have a light on. And I believe that's just because of how soft the light is from that light source. So let's go ahead and look at what 50% looks like. I'm kind of feeling like there's a light source on me, not quite, especially compared to the Neewer. But this is giving some type of light to my video. One thing I do like is that the Raleno has a LED screen where you can physically see what percentage you're on and the color temperature. But if the Neewer would put an LED screen on it, it would be a wrap. So we have 1 more percent. Let's go ahead and crank the Raleno all the way up and see about that 100%. So now we're sitting at 100% on the Raleno light, and now I feel like I have a light on me. But the crazy thing is, this looks more like the 20% for the Neewer. I don't even know if it's really that close. We'll go ahead and put them together now. Maybe? Oh, okay. And so that is our brightness test. Let's go ahead and get into temperature. We're gonna set each of these at 50%, and then we're gonna go to 3 of the color temps. We're going to do the lowest setting, we're gonna do the mid setting, and we're gonna do the highest. So let's go ahead and check those out. Alrighty, so we're setting both of these up at 50%, but we're changing the color temperatures. So this is Neewer's coldest temperature of 3200. This is giving me more of like an icy vibe. So we're looking at my skin tone, and we're looking at the background behind me. But let's go ahead and check out the other 2 temperatures. So this is about 4500 color temp with the Neewer light, and this is giving us about 50-50, right? So not too cold, not too warm. So we're looking at a good balance for everything. So I'm thinking that this is a really good one, especially for my complexion. So for lighter skin complexions, those lower temperatures may seem really good. And then for darker, the warmer temperatures are gonna look a lot better. We still have 1 more temperature. So this is now that last temperature, 5600 for the color temperature. So our brightness is still at 50%, but now we have more of the warm orangey look to our light. And I'm still seeing a lot of color or whiteness in like my forehead. So I probably wouldn't be using this one. I'd more likely use about 4500. So let's go ahead and jump over to the Raleno light and see how that one does. So this is the Raleno light's coldest temperature, 3200 at the 50% brightness. So this isn't something where you're getting this and it's just horrible lighting. You're still getting a really good light. It's just not as bright. You don't have so much of that CRI, but you're still getting something better than using your flash or a ring camera. So this is the coldest temperature. Let's go ahead and warm it up a bit. Now we're sitting at about half of the color temperature, so 4500 with the Raleno light. And we're noticing a little bit more of the brown skin coming out. So we still have one more color temp. Let's go ahead and crank it up. Alrighty, so now we're at that 5600 with the Raleno light. And let's go ahead and do that comparison with the Neewer. What do you think? I was always using around 4500 to 4800 when I was using my Raleno light. I feel like that worked best for my skin tone and also shooting indoors. But we still have one more test, so let's go ahead and get into the low light test. A lot of times as a creator, you are creating content after work or at night when you are done with all of your daily things, because this isn't a full-time gig for me yet. But we have to make everything work. So when I'm shooting at night, I need something that's going to really illuminate my space and give that more natural feel of natural light. And so I think that's where my big jump of using the Neewer light is going to be a game changer. So let's go ahead and check that out. So this is the Neewer light at about 20%, and we're sitting at closer to 3200. So I went a little bit lower with this one because I think that this would be my desired setting. So that's what I'm going to show, something that I would actually record in. And when I tell you, when I turned this light on, it felt like I still had natural light coming out of the window. It's so nice. So I can't wait to start filming content with this light. But let's go ahead and jump to the Raleno and see what they have to offer. So this is the Raleno light. I ended up having to bring the brightness all the way to 100% and also keeping my temperature at around 4800. These were my desired settings when I was filming content if I had to do really low light. Now, I wouldn't recommend this all the time, especially since I have the Neewer, but for a beginner shooting content and you just need a new light source, this will be perfect for you. So looking at these two lights, what is your verdict? Are we going more of the sturdy build and brightness of the Neewer if you have the budget, or are you going with the Raleno light? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. That lets me know that you enjoyed the video and would like to see more content like this. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm on my road to my first 1,000 and I would love for you to be a part of my tech journey. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next one.